Exciting live racing action continues this weekend at beautiful Los Alamitos Racecourse with big wagering and great live racing action. Our early pick four pools have been outstanding, with an early pick four pool of over $212,000 on March 30th and a season high figure on March 2nd. Plus, our pick six pools are as strong as ever with our $10,000 promos on Sunday nights. Big pools and great racing. It's all happening this weekend at Los Alamitos Racecourse.
And welcome everyone to the Los Alamitos preview show. We have 9 races on tap, and we are actually the only racetrack running in California this weekend. Santa Anita taking this weekend off after having that sensational card on Saturday that included Los Alamitos Futurity winner Journalism winning the Santa Anita Derby and doing so in very, very impressive fashion. So now we have something to root for here at Los Alamitos in terms of the Kentucky Derby. Isn't that right, Michael? You called the Los Alamitos Futurity in which Journalism won.
Yes, and I actually remember picking Journalism for that Los Al Futurity on the Sirius XM radio show that I do on a Saturday morning during the daytime racing with Bill Finley and Dave Johnson. I really liked the horse's previous race at Del Mar, and so I've been on this bandwagon, and the horse just keeps taking the necessary step up, and he's a very legitimate, strong candidate for the Kentucky Derby.
No doubt about that. And again, happy to be joined by Michael Wrona, Christopher Wade, and George Duarte, our panel. As always, ready to handicap the races. Chris, you had a big weekend last week checking out those Remington Park races, didn't you?
Yeah, they had the futurity trials back there, and if you do your due diligence, you can do pretty well with, on those gate drills. And we handicapped 7 races. We had 4 top winners, 1 second choice, and 2 third selections. And our third selection in the first leg, first race, race 5, popped up and come back at $38. And the late pick 4 with a third choice and 3 top choices come back $116 for 50 cents. So it was a pretty productive night. Of course, they came back and got us on Sunday, but Saturday was the one we were looking for, and we got the job done there on Saturday night.
Well, all in all, a good week for Chris Wade. Of course, his selections are always available at losalamitos.com. Selections not only for the Los Alamitos card, but also the simulcast races that we bring in right now at Remington Park. George, Lady Falabella wins the race, your top selection here on the show. You weren't here to give it to us live, but we made sure to put it in our program and boom, deliver for you.
Yeah, and it helped. I ended up hitting that early pick 4 on the program as well. It was an $18 ticket, paid $297. It was mainly because of the first time starter I picked in second. I ended up paying, I think, $24. And I mean, 18 into $297 is good. And I hit it a few times, so financially I did a very good last weekend.
Glad to hear that. Totally glad to hear that. We're going to take a look at the Saturday racing program, and we have quite a few 2-year-old races here at Los Alamitos. Of course, we have trials to the Kindergarten Futurity very, very soon here at Los Alamitos. In fact, next Saturday night, we'll have trials to the Kindergarten Futurity. I think I counted 50 horses that are eligible for the trials have already raced here, and I think there's about 20 more, at least 20 more that have already posted their 2 gate works here, even though they have not raced yet. So, I could see about 65 horses coming back for the big trials next Saturday night. Looking forward to that. Of course, Beautiful is going to be one of the big names going in the trials to the Kindergarten Futurity. I'd like to mention our post times. On Saturday, first post is 6:05 p.m., and our post time on Sunday will be 5:10 p.m. And I mentioned the 2-year-old races that we have going here at Los Alamitos. So here's race number 4, the first of 4 going on Saturday night. Some really nice fillies here in action. Anything that stands out in this one, Michael?
There are 2 actual gateworks that I really like coming into this 4th race. Number 2, Good Open MRL, and number 6, CD Lady with Class. I put big green check marks next to both of those gateworks. I think they were quite impressive.
Well, Michael, I happen to have the workout for CD Lady with Class all queued up. So if you give me just 1 second here, and here's CD Lady with Class. We'll start from post number 6 on Saturday night. In this gate work, we'll be going from the inside post, bred by the legendary R.D. Hubbard. This is the family of his racing stock here. And she's going to be outworked by a colt by the name of Criminal D, who's going from the outside post. But here's CD Lady with Class going from the inside. I'll go ahead and play it, Michael, and you can tell us what you saw that you liked about this filly coming into her debut.
Yes, well, she comes out of the inside post, maybe with a very slight bobble, but she just extends her stride quite effortlessly. And I liked the way that she cruised under wraps to win this drill so impressively. The time wasn't all that flash, but the manner of the work was. And here is what I really like. Have a look at this. When the workmate moves up to her around the turn, I just like how CD Lady with Class kind of re-engages. She got fired up a little bit, and she just showed a lot of competitive spirit. She was sort of on cruise control, being wrapped up around the turn here. And I liked how she reacted to the horse moving up alongside of her, and she spurts away again, going onto the back stretch. It had me looking back at her first gate work on March 8, when she was very straight and very speedy, clocking a faster 12.5, fifth best of 37 that morning. So I think that there's a lot more to the 12.8 clocking for this most recent March 26 drill, and she's going to be very tough from the outside post.
Yeah, I like that you pointed that out on my write-up for the Nightlines program. I actually wrote that as well. Easygoing gallop out to the turn before picking up her speed when El Criminal D tried to move past her. And it kind of shows that, she's very responsive, because the rider kind of took a look back and saw, oh, you're trying to get us by, just go a little bit faster. And she responded right away. So it looks like she might be one that's very easy to ride and will respond quickly to whatever's happening around her as well, Michael. So yeah, that will be in race number 4. Any thoughts, George, on this race?
Yeah, I mean, that with that work about the time, I wouldn't be worried about it. I think because she worked so well that first time, that Jaime just said her, just get her out of the gate. Don't use her. Just let her. That's why they kept her on her hold. So I usually it's a bad sign when you see the slower work, but they already knew that she was talented. So let's just get her second work that she needs. Kept her on her hold, and like how Michael points out, I like the competitiveness. I like that she saw a horse, because some of them, when a horse comes up to them, they cower and they'll let them get by. And she's like, nope, I'm staying ahead of you. And that's the competitive you want to see, especially when we're racing. That's what you want to see, that competitiveness. And the only other one I liked was the one out of Cartel Just Rocking, number 4, Just Famous Enough. Sergio was the assistant trainer during the time of Cartel Just Rocking's campaign, and it's good to see that he gets to train one of her babies.
Yeah, the owner is Ms. Gerald Harley, the widow of Ron Harley. She's still very, very involved. Had that outstanding Derby winner, Harless. He's Chickless, that won the El Primero del Año Derby. Just Famous Enough. There's another one also racing later on Saturday night, also from that same family. Any thoughts on that race, Chris, before I move on to race 5?
I wholeheartedly agree with the selection. That's my top choice in that race, too. That CB Lady with Class, she showed a lot of class in both workouts. She showed a ton of talent in both drills. Like I said, that 12.5 drill, the first one was very, very, very good, and she came back with that 12.8. And as noted by George, you like to see him regress on the time, but it's not the time, it's the way she did it. And when the other horse came to her, she responded and she pulled away. She says, "No, this is mine," and she kept on going. So very, very impressive. Drawn to the outside post, should be triple tough to beat there in the early pick 4 closing affair.
Let's go ahead and move on to race number 5, and we always like to welcome the groups that come and visit Los Alamitos. This is the Boys and Girls Club of Cyprus. Wonderful organization. We work with them just about every autumn for the Halloween carnival. So great to see them coming out to the races. These are also fillies. It's a group of 6. E.G. High Desert Farms might have them surrounded here with Serafina Hawk and Leticia here in going from post number 1, Serafina Hawk, and number 6, Leticia here in this one. I'll go ahead and start with you, Michael. Any thoughts on this race?
I like the 4. I'm just looking at the morning line. I see odds on the morning line for a first-time starter. That's a little unusual, I think. But I liked this workout before I saw the morning line for MW because I'm first, and you're not going to get a medal for picking a 4 to 5 first-time starter on the morning line, but that's the gate work I like the most in this race.
Yeah, she went 12-3 in that gate work, defeated another runner that we'll also see later tonight, going 12-3 versus 12-5. Let me see if I can find the name of the other horse who's in race number 7.
The other horse is MW because I'm sexy.
Yeah.
And allow me to just confirm that there's very little chance that the MW stands for Michael Wrona.
No. I actually got a chance to meet Nancy Wells at the AQHA convention. We sat and had breakfast together, and we were talking about what each of us does. And when she heard that I worked at Los Alamitos, she says, "I have some horses there." And boom, soon enough, we see them here in action. MW because I'm first, and MW because I am sexy. And Michael, come on, don't sell yourself short. They may have named this horse after you. George, thoughts on race number 5?
On paper, I like the 4, but there's just something about his stride that just bothered me. And I think she's going to be she's susceptible to getting in trouble in this race, I feel. And especially at 4 to 5 is one I'm willing to bet against. The one I ended up going with was Leticia from the outside, just because she drew the outside. I thought she worked well enough. And is out of a mare that was pretty productive and precocious herself, let Ball Regis out.
Yeah.
Or Bale Regis out.
Yeah, she's the mother of Belcher.
So that's the mainly why I picked her. I think her stablemate's more talented, but I just don't like the post draw, and I think she'll like longer in Serafina Hawk.
Yeah, and not only Leticia, that mare that you mentioned, she produced Grade 1 winner Belcheck. Her name, Letty Bale Regis out. Serafina Hawk is out of Catahawk, who was a stakes winner here at Los Alamitos as well for E.G. High Desert Farms. Chris?
I got to give the edge to the odds-on favorite. Very impressive in both workouts, and I think she triple tough to beat. As the deserved favorite, Serafina Hawk down the inside is my second selection. I don't care about that inside post, but the talent is there. It's gonna be my second choice, but the favorite should be triple tough to beat. But as noted, that's a short price on first-time sorter, but there's a ton of talent there, and she should be well-deserved favorite, but that's a short number.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look since we've been talking so much about MW because I'm first. She is going to be the inside runner here. And again, she's going to go 12-3. One thing that you'll notice is how her head's towards the right side of the gate, needed some help straining out. And then she broke out, then shifted in, leveled out quickly. And was under a hand right from that point on. So here, you can see that the assistant starter needing a little bit of help, broke out, shifts in, and nice response here. Nice easy hand ride from this point on. So there you go, MW because I'm first. I'll go ahead and I'll play another gate work since George mentioned the two of them here. This will be Serafina Hawk on the outside and Leticia on the inside. Do you remember this gate work, George?
I've seen so many. It's going to be kind of hard to remember, but I thought, if I remember correctly, I thought she finished well. I just liked how she the second half of the work.
Yeah, I got my notes here. So Leticia on the inside, she left cleanly. It's going to angle inwards just a little bit, and it's going to travel on a nice straight path. Serafina Hawk, meanwhile, I thought she was a little green finding her stride, but once she found her rhythm, she finished really strong under a hole. So Serafina Hawk, a little bit green. Leticia, a little angled inside, and then went nice from there.
Yeah, I think she got green because you see when it was right after the rider shook the reins. I think she was caught off guard by that, and that's why she like shifted out early. Seraphina Hawk.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that. There, she hopped a
Yeah,
little
she's
bit.
kind of right here, and then he starts asking her, and then that's
Yeah.
when he's like, she just doesn't know what, so she shifts out. But then he kind of leaves her alone, and then she just right there, she leaves her alone, and then she just goes on her well and finished well. I just
Yeah.
don't like the post draw. If the post draws were switched, I would pick Seraphina Hawk on top.
Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to race number 6, another race for 2-year-olds. And is this the best 2-year-old race that we've had so far as the the entire field, the competitors in this field? Cattail Coast, $125,000 purchase. Muscle Max, I thought, had a really nice gate work. So did CD Favorite Fire. There's just keeping it going. Also, out of that $2 million winner, Cartel Just Rocking. Chris, you get the first crack at this field.
Yeah, this is a tough field. This is the best field amongst all the 2-year-olds so far we've had this racing season on my grading system. 5 of the 7 had a B plus or an A minus or A workout. So this is a good group of babies. That being said, I'm going to go Elena Andrade's horse, Muscle Max here is my top choice. Showed a good amount of speed in that second drill, was finishing strongly, got a straight A drill, be my top choice. And I'll give a look to the 3 as my second number. That just I'm worth there for Jesus Nunez. And it's a closely matched event. It can go any number wise. So on that late pick 4 lid lifter, don't leave too many out on your selections because it can go any number of ways. It's a very talented group of runners.
Yeah, Corona Maspina is the mother of Muscle Max. She's produced the Grade 2 winner, Uno Corona Mas, and many others here, Muscle Max. George?
Well, this is the first one that goes 300 yards. It's worth noting of all these 2-year-old races. For me, the best work was Muscle Max. I just really liked how he came out of the gate on both of them really well. He was full of run both times. He should have no problem with the 300 yards. There's some. I think this is going to be one of those races where you look back and they're full of horses that end up making some noise as 2-year-olds. Cattail Coast looked good in both his works, but usually Juan likes to give him races. He doesn't really look to try to win a first time out. So, but that one is one to consider, especially during the kindergarten trials if he's entered, or especially the Ed Burke trials. The Paul Jones runner, I think, will want longer. I think that's the one that you should wait towards, once he start hitting the summer and Dudal Cartel. I like the way he finishes. I think he'll like 350 yards, 400 yards. For me, also, the 7 is one that it looks like an early horse. Looks like he's kind of on the smaller side. He's going to be good at the 300 yards or 220 races. So that's one that I think will have a good showing in this race because he draws well and he is quick. But I think others are just better than him.
So this is a Cattail Coast here on this gate work. He's going to go on the inside. The outside horse, by the way, is Accelerated, who was sold for $850,000 at the Los Alamitos equine sale. And Accelerated is going to go 12-1 in this drill. So
Memory Rose, right?
Yeah, out of that incredible family. So it seems like, because he went 12-4, I believe, the first work, and now 12-1 on the return work. It seems like that he might validate that record price, at least the way that he's working so far. Cattail Coast is going to be on the inside and it's going to go at 12-3, so a pretty good time as well. Just a few notes. It seemed to be a little bit of a handful in the gate. You can see that he's leaning on the right. He's going to break to his right and bump into Accelerated, but he actually gets pushed inward. He's the one that gets pushed inward. But once he adjusts, the jockey does a nice job leveling him. He picks up speed pretty quickly. So here's the gate work, Cattail Coast. There you go. See, he gets pushed in. And he's going to go nice from here. Again, 12-1 versus 12-3. I know sometimes it can be a little bit hard to see how fast they're going, but the time validates that. 12-1 for accelerated, 12-3 for Cattail Coast. Michael?
Well, it's a nice little tidbit that the dam of Cattail Coast is a full sister to Cattail Cove, and that the dam of the one horse, Just Keep It Going, Cartel Just Rockin', won the 2019 $2 million Futurity, in which Cattail Cove finished third. So there's a nice little tie-in with those two horses with the breeding. I agree with everything that's been said. I would also submit that number 2, CD Favorite Fire, was terrific in his gate work. I thought he was never asked for anything serious and still clocked good time, very nice time in both of these drills, as a matter of fact. I feel like he had a lot more to offer going to the wire in that 26th of March gate drill, number 2, CD Favorite Fire. So a lot of depth, a lot of talent in this first 300-yard 2-year-old race of the season.
CD Favorite Fire is going to go from the inside post against Terra Famous. They're going to go 12-4, but you'll see that actually CD Favorite Fire from the inside is going to be trailing Terra Famous before catching up and doing so pretty easily, I thought. So again, CD Favorite Fire from the inside, just slightly behind, but no trouble here catching up. And he looks like he's doing it all on his own, and you can kind of see the jockey, not, if anything, kind of pulling him back, holding him back as they get closer to the finish.
And Terra Famous is in the following race Saturday night, race number 7. But you could see the jockey's hands more active on the outside horse, Terra Famous, compared to the rider on the inside horse, CD Favorite Fire, who he was just sitting there.
Yeah, I think maybe Jaime might have instructed him to like try to finish on even terms, because that's what it looked like. He got by him and then he was like, no, try to stay with the stablemate. Yeah, because he accelerates right by him right now, right here, and then he just says,
I think the inside horse could have opened right up.
Yeah, and the rider just didn't want to.
And that's with CD Favorite Fire kind of hopping a little bit out of the gate as well. So definitely an impressive effort. This is from the family of J Fire Up, who was sensational as a 2-year-old, won the Golden State Million, won the Los Alamitos 2 Million, even the Governor's Cup Futurity. So
he's built similar to J Fire Up too. He's more compact, like she was.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go to race number 7. In another 300-yard race, another really nice group of runners. There's Terra Famous, like Michael mentioned. There's NW Because I'm Sexy. We've seen their gate work as well. George, you get the first award in this race.
I like the outside horse from Alamon, even though I just said that he doesn't want to win first time out, but he draws well on this one, and I just really like the work. And it's out of the Remembering Rose mare, and it's just Remember the Rose, who's out of Remembering Rose. So he was all over that breeding during the sales, and I think it's paid off immensely because I really like this one. The other horse I thought was interesting were the 2 inside horses. I just don't like the rail. It's a theme. I'm just going to keep letting these horses from the rail beat me, even though I like the work. I thought he worked second best out of these, the rest of them. But I liked also Redneck C4. I liked his work, and that's the one I ended up picking second in this race just because he did not get the rail, basically. But for me, it's all about heavily favored on the outside.
Crypto favorite and heavily favored. Those two mothers, they're sisters. Remember to Dash and Remember the Rose. They may have even been from the same class and have qualified that same year to different Grade 1 races. Chris?
Yeah, I got to go to the outside horse, much like George. Heavily favored, very impressive. Both drills, big improvement from first drill to second drill, but the first one was still pretty good. But this horse broke inward away from the gate, a little slow, but finished very strongly. And I gave it a solid A minus. So that'd be my top pick. And then, of course, the inside two horses, Crypto Favorite and Redneck C4 would give 7-1 and then 2. And then I'm going to give the 6 a look as our fourth number in that 7th event. But the outside horse gets our slight edge there in that 7th event.
I do have heavily favored workout, and I'll play it right after I hear Michael's thoughts on this round.
Yeah, I'll roll the dice with the rail horse. I know that gate one's no picnic, but I think it's a little easier to deal with at the 300 yards versus the 220 races we've seen so far, where they pretty much break right there adjacent to the gap. And I did like that work for the one Crypto Favorite. Nice improvement on the first gate work of 12.7. And so slight leaning towards number 1, but obviously the 7 is well spotted out there.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and bring up heavily favored workout. And while I'm doing that, the first time that this horse worked was, again, against Cattail Coast, finished behind Cattail Coast in that first gate work, 12-4 versus 12-8. Now here he's going to be breaking from the outside post. So we'll be looking at the outside post, and he's going to finish ahead of Hard to Explain. And he, as you can see, again, leaning right. He's going to hesitate leaving. We'll need a few strikes to get into rhythm. But he had plenty of space at that point and gets the job done really nicely in this second half of the race. He is being flagged quite a bit during the middle of this race, but look at the way he's going to finish. A lot of firepower there for heavily favored in race number 8. No, race number 7 on Saturday night. Races 4 through 7 are all 2-year-old races here at Los Alamitos. So quite a few really nice 2-year-olds in action on Saturday night here. And we also have 2 more quarter horse races on that Saturday night program. Race number 8. Do you have a pick here, Michael?
I do, and it's on the basis of a gate work, which kind of just continues the theme of this preview show as we've been examining so many 2-year-old gate works. But of course, the website losalamitos.com shows all gate works for older horses as well. And I was really taken with what I saw on the morning of March 26 from number 8, Our Favorite Chance, who had a very checkered juvenile career, full of trouble and problems at the start. And even apart from the start, I made a few notes along the way that the horse just was very difficult to ride on occasions, even in the second half of these races. He just seemed a handful. And so here we come with the ultimate equipment change. First time gelding, and I've got a feeling it's going to make a difference for Our Favorite Chance, because this gate work we're about to show you is quite professional.
All right, let me go ahead and bring it up. It's a solo drill on March 26th. It's going to go 12-5, and you can take it away, Michael.
Well, he comes away, well, just wanting maybe to lug in slightly for a few strides, but look at how straight and professional he is. He basically did this under his own steam, clocking 12.5 seconds. And it just looks like a new version of Our Favorite Chance. And I like him at 6-1 from the outside post as a first-time gelding. He just seems here from that gate drill to be a far more focused and professional racehorse than anything we've seen from him up to date.
Yeah, just a slight nudge towards the inside, but like you pointed out, Michael, super straight from that point on. So number 8 horse in this races for maidens, 6-1 on the morning line, Our Favorite Chance, Henry Reynoso Lopez and trainer Paul Jones make up this team. Again, a first-time gelding, our favorite chance. So we go to race number 9, the final on the Saturday night card, and it's a stakes race. The Virginia Hyland Stakes, $40,000 on the line, in a really nice group of mares. There's Miss Isao JQM, the Brazilian star, 825 on the morning line. She has raced here 6 times now and has finished first or second every single time. Temple Court, we've talked about Remember Me Rose and her great family. Temple Court is indeed a full sister to Accelerated and so many other great ones. Magic Folly, who ran in the Demon and Diamonds. One Sweet Duck, stakes winner here at Los Al in 2023. Hot Temptation, exiting the Los Alamitos Oaks. She's one of a couple of fillies in this race. VGK, Stickfield Follies, another one. She ran the Los Alamitos Winter Derby. There's Tempting Barbie, who faced males in the Brad McKenzie, and another La Pacifica winner, Ecstatic, won last year. Here, 6-1 for trainer Adan Farias. Michael had a selection in race 8. Chris, do you have a pick in race number 9 on Saturday?
Yeah, well, the horse to obviously beat is the horse down the inside, the Brazilian champion, who was unbeaten there. But 3 times as the favorite, she's been second, and she's the deserved favorite in this event. And she is the one to beat, but as noted, she's been favored 3 times, and she's finished second 3 times. She's definitely the one to beat. So, and Los Alamitos, her heart that she had in Brazil, the competition, obviously a little bit tougher, but definitely the one to beat. But I'm going to give a look to Tempting Barbie to the outside, the 7 horse. She exits a pretty good affair, a troubled event where she did have some trouble, will run behind horses, and with everything factored in on my numbers, she's got a good look at the outcome, and hopefully a clean getaway gives her a big look there at, I think she's like 3-1, 7-2 on the program as one of our selections in the final event and featured event on Saturday night.
Well, she certainly faced a tremendous field. Unrelentless was the winner from the Red Hot Barn of Eddie Willis. London Toby, horse that won the Brad McKenzie last year, ran second. BP Cartel Policy, a multiple stakes winner last year, was third. And she ran a solid 6 in a 10-horse field of the top older horses here on the ground. The trouble comment from George Duarte, bump start and lacked kick. But again, facing some really, really good horses. She's a stakes winner herself. May have won back home in New Mexico. She's certainly been in a lot of top level races, including running second in the West Texas Derby, ran in the Los Alamitos Oaks, the La Fiesta Derby. So
she won the 4 Corners Futurity.
The 4 Corners Futurity as a 2-year-old.
Right part.
And definitely has been in a lot of big name races as well. So that's 3-1. Number 7, Tempting Barbie, the top selection for Chris Wade here in the Virginia Hyland Stakes. George, do you have a pick in this one?
I always pick Miss Isao, and I'm picking her again. I think she got a little bit unlucky last time. She was bumped by her rival on the hind end, and that put her on her left lead. And then when you see her switch to her right lead, that's when she made her late surge and just lost to a good runner in them fed. She's a grade 1 quality animal, and so I just really like her draw today. I don't mind the rail. I know Eduardo Nicasio, Michael's favorite, he loves the rail. Eduardo, he enjoys that rail post, and she draws next to a horse that breaks straight and breaks slow, so she should have a clean trip. And no excuse tonight. I respect Tempting Barbie, but she's more of an unknown. We haven't seen her against these kind of mares. We only seen her finish mid-pack against males, so she's kind of like an unknown if she can win against these types. So I just gonna go with the known quantity in her. But another one worth noting is Hot Temptation. Eddie, I keep doubting Eddie, and he keeps burning me. He supplemented Hold My Beer, Watch This last week. And I saw him win and then beat me. And this time he supplements Hot Temptation. So, that's one I'm going to throw in a couple pick fours just because of that confidence that he showed by supplementing her into this race.
Got 34% win ratio for Eddie Willis. here for his quarter horses at Los Alamitos, leading trainer right now. Michael, top pick in the Virginia Highland?
Good angle with number 5, Hot Temptation, George. But my pick is the rail. I'm pretty keen on her chances, Miss Esau. I think that she'll prove too good for them. She's just well spotted in this stakes race, which is a cut below some of the Grade 1 filly and mare races. And I think she's very, very tough. An exactaholic, never out of the first 2 in her career. And she gets the nod from me.
And when I made my top 3 selections for the Nightlines program, I left out Tempting Barbie, and I said, one of these sharp handicappers is going to pick her on the show. And of course, there she is, Tempting Barbie, Chris Wade taking the shot with the number 7 in the Virginia Highland. And we'll come back to briefly talk about the Sunday night card.
At the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, we believe in giving every thoroughbred a second chance.
And thanks to you, the owners, trainers, breeders, and every supporter,
you've created a ripple effect of change that's helping these magnificent animals move on to new careers and safe, fulfilling lives after racing.
Every single donation, whether big or small, is contributing to a brighter future.
But this race is just beginning. Because of you, we have gained incredible momentum and we're ready for more.
Introducing Rolling A Ranch's newest stallion, Dash a Good Reason, a son of multiple champion Good Reason S.A. and a half-brother to champions He's a Dash of Fire and I'm a Fearless Hero. Dash a Good Reason was a finalist in the Grade 1's Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity and Los Alamitos Super Derby.
Dash a Good Reason.
And he's ready to shine again in California at Rolling A Ranch.
Grab by Dash a Good Reason.
With impeccable breeding and success on the track, there are many reasons to book your mare to Dash a Good Reason in 2025.
So we're back to briefly talk about the Sunday night action, and we've had quite an influx of horses from Northern California, horses that were previously based at Pleasanton. I believe for the Sunday card, we have 26 different riders that will be making an appearance here at Los Alamitos, and I think we have 37 different trainers with horses entered here on Sunday. So a lot of new faces. Great to see all these new faces here at Los Alamitos. George, we got a pick from Chris and a pick from Michael. Do you have a selection here for Sunday?
Yeah, it's on Sunday in race 6. This is pretty much how the whole card is. It's a full field and a lot of horses can win the race. I mean, they did a good job in the racing office with these competitive fields, and the first thing everybody's going to notice is there's a lot of need to lead runners in this race. The 1 needs the lead. The 2 needs the lead. The 5, Vinny the Coin, needs the lead. The 7 needs the lead. And so typically what people like to do is either go with the speed of the speed or try to get a closer. For me, I like playing the ones that are going to be right off the speed because I think what ends up happening is the speed starts coming back and it forces the closers wide, or it forces the closers to have to maneuver through traffic. And the ones that got the jump on them are the ones that end up winning. You'll notice that a lot it happens in the winter stakes and the summer stakes that we have here at 1,000 yards. Usually it's either the front runner winning or the horse that made the first move. It's rarely the closers. They always get caught in some traffic in these bigger fields, and it's harder for them to make up ground. And the one I think is going to get that real good inside trip right off the speed is Southern Slang, the 3. Last time I've been imploring, if you looked at my glances, I've been telling them to get this horse off the pace because he keeps pressing the paces. But in this field, he has no choice but to sit off him because there's just really speedy runners inside of him. So I think he's going to get right behind them, sit a pocket trip, and then hopefully the inside opens up and he gets to shoot right through there and get the jump on the closers. Last time he was bested by Perfecto Amor, but now they switch roles. Perfecto Amor had the inside post, saved all the ground, and Southern Slang was the one chasing 4 wide and got the lead in upper stretch, but then gave it up right at the end. And so that I think now that he's going to be the one saving ground and Perfecto Amor is going to be on the far outside post, he's going to get that ground saving trip and get the first jump. And I think he's going to finally prevail for Sergio Morfin.
Perfecto Amor, written by Edgar Payeras. And is there a rider that loves Sunday nights more than Edgar Payeras. He won 5 races a few Sundays ago and was back in the winner's circle last Sunday night as well. And now gets on this 8-1 shot perfecto Amor here.
Yeah,
but
and Edgar is super good. He's good from any position. He can be a closer. He can be stalker. He can go on the front. He's just really good at placing them well and giving them every chance to succeed. He's a really good rider.
Yeah, but we can't ignore Efren Hernandez. He's been on quite a roll. I think he had a triple, right, Michael, a few racing nights ago?
Yes, I think it was just this past Sunday night when Efren Hernandez and Edgar Payeras each had a triple. They rode 6 of the first 7 winners between them, and that came a week after Payeras went 5 for 5 on a Sunday.
So yeah, it should be a pretty fun race here, and race number 6. And George, again, kudos to the racing office. The first 6 races on the Sunday night card, I think the average field size is like 7.8 horses per race. So solid fields. Last Sunday we had some really good fields as well. You write all the comments for the Nightlines program, so we've been keeping you busy there with the racing office, haven't we?
Yeah, and more importantly than the field size is the competitiveness. You want competitive cards because you can have a 10-horse field, but you only think 2 can win. It doesn't really do much for you. But these are competitive. It's hard to find a single in these races, and it's going to yield good payouts and gives a chance for you just have to be right in a couple races to make money at Sunday night.
And Chris, you love to play the races here, so these competitive fields are going to keep you busy, aren't they?
Oh, they certainly are. Oh my gosh, you got to do the top 3 picks in every race and a little synopsis and see how we do. It's a lot of work, but it pays off when you get one of those nice little price horses that we can come up with. And I agree with Southern Slang's Georgia selection. The horse has a big look at the outcome to sit a trip finally.
The final race on Sunday, it's a nice allowance event. Another good field. 7 are in there. Miss Deal, number 5 horse, has raced twice. Only has raced twice. Had a nice maiden victory here for trainer Cesar de Alba. Val Caruso, such a hard knocker here for Jose Luis Valdez. Jose Luis Valdez was here last week to watch. Was a Val fancy. He had a couple of runners last week going. It was always great to see owners come out to the races and enjoy their horses. Val Caruso, look at his top 3 finishes. 9 times out of 12 races, he's been in the top 3 here. Val Caruso, a horse that I enjoy watching how hard he works. In number 1, Attacked. This horse had a nice juvenile campaign, won a trial to the Kindergarten Futurity, has not been gelding or anything like that. The mother, Attack the Cartel, is the dam of the Grade 1 winner, Train Station B. So let's see if Attack can get back into winning form. Any other thoughts about the weekend action before we bring this show to a close?
Just looking forward to the 2-year-old stepping up to 300 yards. That's the next phase of their development and progression. And can't wait for the kindergarten trials next week.
Next week, we'll only have 1 night of racing. That will be those trials for the kindergarten. No racing on Easter Sunday. Michael, Chris, George, thank you so much for joining the show. Enjoy the rest of your day. And looking forward to seeing all of you out at Los Alamitos Racecourse. And again, as always, thanks to the viewers for joining us for the Los Alamitos preview show. Have a great rest of your day.
Exciting live racing action continues this weekend at beautiful Los Alamitos Racecourse with big wagering and great live racing action. Our early pick 4 pools have been outstanding with an early pick 4 pool of over $212,000 on March 30th and a season high figure on March 2nd. Plus our pick 6 pools are as strong as ever with our $10,000 promos on Sunday nights. Big pools and great racing. It's all happening this weekend at Los Alamitos Racecourse.